And good morning from Nassau in the Bahamas.
It's a bit cold.
It's a bit grim today, but we are here for a day in Nassau, not a port we traditionally get off at. However, we are going to step outside the ship, and even better news for us, just behind us is the Liberty of the Seas. And why is that important?
Because we're doing that one in July.
So if you want to see what Royal looks like, stay with us for July. And in between them, we've got Alaska as well. But for today, we're going to take a bit more time around the ship because we are so impressed with the Disney Destiny so far.
Yeah, I'm not getting off today. No, thank you.
If you want to see why Danielle doesn't want to go off, go back to the Magic in September 25 and Danielle's very honest review as a neurodivergent and as an independent travel agent. But for now, it's our first chance to go down to Marceline Market for breakfast. That's where we're heading now. We will see you down there. So food-wise, there is quite a lot. So crispy bacon, sausages, asparagus, eggs. Then you've got some flans as well as tomato, bacon and hash browns. Then there are some gravlax, hot smoked trouts, poached eggs and egg benedict, which I know you can also get to order. Cutlery here. All of this is mirrored around the other side as well, so whatever you're not getting here, don't worry. But there is egg fried rice there, which is interesting. Miso congee, again, same stuff as what we would have found over on the other one with some corned beef hash and skinned potatoes. Child section, where there is Mickey waffles, pancakes, some fruit as well, and some chocolate chip pancakes. So over here is porridge, then cereals, and it's starting to get ever so slightly busy now as people wake up. Bagels, white bread, toast. Over here there is more continental options, including smoothies and other odds and ends, breads and pastries around that side as well.
This was meant to be a small breakfast, by the way. I've got like a ladle and a half of eggs. And I'd like to clarify, I don't put this on myself. But I got a Mickey waffle, chocolate chip pancakes, syrup obviously, eggs, sausage and a hash brown, and I might go and get, they've got that apple pastries that I like, so I might go get one of those.
I've gone for a couple of muffins. I've also gone for a few cooked bits, as well as a chocolate milk and a strawberry smoothie. How is yours?
Good.
Very busy, isn't it, all of a sudden?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people have had a lay-in, because I don't think a lot of people get off at Nassau.
That's what I said earlier, so we need to get down before the stranglers come in.
Yeah. So, right, we'll tuck and enjoy this and let you know what we think afterwards. Just above Marceline Market, if you take this set of stairs up on, I want to say it's the starboard side, you can come up to the Hero Zone, which is also where Vibe is. We will go in there in a bit, but if you want to have some idea of where this is, this entrance is all opposite Paolo and Enchante, which is over here.
And Paolo.
Yes, I did just say and Paolo. So it's exactly the same layout as the Wish and the Treasure that we've done previously. So we've come up to the adults only area, which we hadn't been up to yet, but as you can see, the Aqua Mouse is running. The wait time is only 5 minutes. It is 9 AM to 9 PM. I do not think we are going to be going on the Aqua Mouse at all this trip. Aqua Mouse, we can't go on at all this trip, really, can we, unless it warms up?
Yeah, tomorrow.
So,
we're looking at whether we can get down to the back of the ship to go and take a picture of Spider-Man, but if you look, the pier that actually is walkable ends before the end of the ship.
Ah, that's annoying. Because we really wanted to see the back of the ship, and
we should be able to potentially see it tomorrow, because you can walk the length of that pier.
Yeah.
Slide.
Yes, the slide is right above us. There are people on it.
Riders, but it's not too windy.
Okay, it could be worse then. The adult only area is exceptionally busy, so I think out of respect for everyone, we'll probably film what we can of the adult area, but I don't like getting lots of people in images.
The best time to do it will be tomorrow, because
yes,
most people will get off.
Yes.
I think we're still going to get off tomorrow.
Tomorrow, by the way, is not Castaway, Lighthouse Point.
Yeah, but we've been loads recently. I feel water, and I don't know if it's from the slide.
It's from the slide, definitely from the slide.
Yeah, most people will get off, and obviously we've been a lot, so we'll probably get off in the morning and then spend the afternoon.
Probably be back on for lunch, I'd say, because there's not really too much we want to do.
Yeah.
But we have an update for you. At the time this vlog is going out, in fact, the day this vlog is going out, so if you're watching this within the week of this going out, we are currently in Singapore. So if you haven't seen the announcement from yesterday and our surprise trailer and all sorts else, we are currently in Singapore getting ready to go on the Adventure Maiden voyage.
Yeah.
So if you want to see, if you want to see what that's like, oh, I'm getting soaked by this slide. We're going to take a walk around the adult only area tomorrow. Yeah, we're going to take a walk around the adult only area tomorrow. But let's go and have a look at the rest of the ship and show you a few bits where we can.
Where it's warmer. Bye.
going to try an experiment. Just want to very briefly go back to September when we got off the ship and we went into Nassau. Over to you.
No, thank you. We got very verbally harassed just because it's a lot of...
Harass is probably not the right term.
Okay, we got shouted at a lot to try and get us to come into shops. Like, people were shouting over the road. People were definitely mostly targeting me, which I don't like. So
neurodivergent, by the way.
So I was just like, I want to go back to the ship. We lasted like 45 minutes.
So what we're gonna try is, one of our friends told us that when he and his son got off, they didn't have the same issue. They weren't as targeted as we said we were. So what we're going to try is, I'm going to get off the ship on my own.
I'm staying here.
And all I'm literally going to do is going to walk down the pier, walk into the port area, and then come back. I'm just going to see if it is the same still for me, if it is a thing where they target couples. So we're going to see if it is different, because if it is different, that is something we feel you should know. Really? So I'm going to head downstairs. You'll come with me. Dan's going to have her phone. She may be able to see where I am and go from there. But yeah.
I'm going to find a spot and I'm going to sit there. Oh, I could take my Kindle. Will my Kindle fit in my bag? My bag's full of ducks.
We'll see you in a bit. And even though it is a new ship...
Oh, new.
Even...
I'm sure they're not here. That's been building up.
Anyway, even though it is a new ship, Nassau is where most, if not all, Disney cruise ships are technically based. So as a result of that, they often do testing in Nassau as well, so it can be a bit louder on the ship on Nassau days. For me to get off the ship, I have to go down to deck 1 and go to the gangways. Need key to the world card and ID, so I've got my driving licence and my wallet in my pocket. So it's going to be a very quick one though, literally just on and off. So I've managed to get off at the forward gangway. There is also the aft gangway at the back, but it is literally a small security area just through there where they will take some details such as your room key, and they will then say, okay, see you soon. You've got to be back on by the all-aboard time, which today is 5:30. I say we're right next to the Carnival Glory on one side, but to get to the main port area and sort of like there is a difference here at Nassau. There is an enclosed port area, and there is also then the outside of the port area. So we actually found back in September the attempts at selling, and again I hate to use the word harassment because it's not the right phrase, but the consistent badgering, there we go, that's a better word, was worse outside of the port area. I'll show you the map that talks about the outside port area, the inside port area, and then you can just kind of read into that everything outside is possibly it's going to be slightly worse. But yeah, interesting to see some of the other ships as well, Liberty and Carnival. Very busy day here in Nassau. And this is the first time I've ever seen what looks like a Disney lifeboat being tested. Interesting. They are huge. I can now see why they fit as many people as they say they do on the side of them. What I would say, this is nothing. The swim with pigs lady, that's nothing. Again, nothing compared to what we had in September. Yep, there's the MSC Seaside. Carnival Glory. Front of the Destiny, looks absolutely stunning. Really, really pretty ship, and it's, you know, as I said, it's only 2 months old, but they're still maintaining it and doing all sorts to it as well. But very, very busy getting off at Nassau. And so this is the internal port area at Nassau. This is where when you come in, it's all kind of, say, Nassau tourism approved. It's probably, again, not the right term, but this is the specific Nassau port area. Security area that you come back in, that is where you will desperately need your ID and your key to the world card for Disney. But this is where last time we found the most engagement. I'm going to change the terminology to engagement. Although, I will say, it does seem quieter, so this may feel like a relatively pointless exercise. So that, it is a lot simpler. I'm getting nothing. Sorry. I'm getting absolutely nothing. For reference, September, when Dan and I approached last time, we were converged on by all of those, well, not all of those people, because it's definitely different people, but they almost kind of narrowed the path so that we couldn't walk through without having to say no. Very, very different experience as a solo male traveller here. So that's interesting to think about. So all of these shops that are through here in this Nassau port area are all sort of local operatives and the likes. And again, all within this sort of enclosed port area. I'm going to try and find myself a map to show you just how big this port area is and the fact that you can wander around what is effectively, in the nicest sense, tack shops. But if you want to get yourself a souvenir, this is the ideal place to do it. And I would still recommend not venturing outside the port confinement unless you're on an excursion. As you can see in this area, there's plenty of bars and the likes as well. I guess my argument is it depends on how much of a taste of Nassau do you want, because most of the drinks you can get here, they will not be things that you can get on a ship. So there will be a lot of cocktails which they won't make on a Disney cruise ship. They may make them on a Royal Caribbean, but until July we won't know what that experience is like, so we'll let you know. Portier, I think, is the official, the official port shop, which is where we went in September. Got to be honest, not really a lot there, but we'll keep walking around until we get towards the end of the pier area. I've made my way to Bamboo at the port, which is just along from where the bars were a moment ago, and this is really one of your first chances. If you've not gone back over by where the main entrance was, this is one of your first chances to get out of the port area. I'm not going to be leaving the port today simply because it's not part of what I wanted to try or experience, because I know that being out there is probably going to be a lot more intense if you're a family or a couple, because at the moment nobody has approached me. Absolutely nobody. That's with camera, without camera in hand, anything. Nobody has come anywhere near me, which I find very interesting, especially since I'm dressed like a quintessential tourist. It's not like I'm hiding it. Again, it's exceptionally busy here compared to what we had in September. And I don't know whether it's because obviously there are a lot more people in the port, that there are other people to have an opportunity to try and entice to sell their wares, but we're now at the port amphitheatre, and this, when we were here in September, I'm going to see if I can find the clip, it was nowhere near as busy as this. But again, another option, another opportunity to actually get out of the port area. There is a directory over there, so I'm going to show you how the whole thing looks, because once I've kind of done this, my intention is to head back to the ship. Here we are at the port directory. So 1 is the arrivals terminal. That is where I came in from, showed you the security area a moment ago. 2 is the welcome centre, which also has duty free, so I'm going to go back through that. But we are currently just where that spot is there underneath the port amphitheatre. Now if I keep walking that way, there is a Royal Caribbean branded sort of excursion boat there. But if I keep walking, I would reach the West Marina restaurant, which I'm not overly worried about. But again, Bahama Bay Port Club, there's plenty of things over here. And again, this is where we went out in September, and this is where we found the most consistent attempts to get us into shops. And when I say consistent, Danielle saying that they were shouting across the road at us was not an understatement, but that is by the straw market. I'm now going to put the camera away, go back towards the ship, and I'm going to basically show you what it is like when it gets to duty free. And I guarantee you, somewhere between now and there, I don't think I'm going to be spoken to at all. Not by anybody. No more than 5 minutes later, I'm back at Nassau duty free, so I'm going to have a quick look in here and see if there's anything I would suggest anybody goes to look for. But all of the other shops were absolutely stacked out. I definitely think there's probably more of a concerted effort to target families and couples, because as an individual I've not been spoken to once. Not at all. And I find that fascinating. I kind of get it. If I was a business, I'd target people that weren't on their own. You're more likely to get families that are interested if you approach a family and you say to the kids, oh, do you want to do this? And the kids then pester the parents. I kind of get that. But from my perspective, I've been walking around here now for 20 minutes, nothing, absolutely nothing. And I find that fascinating. Security done just like that. And I was having a chat with a guy from the Royal Caribbean Liberty of the Seas cruise. He was saying to me that it's actually the new island that's open now. So he was saying to me that those Royal Caribbean... Anymore? Clearly not. So the Royal Caribbean branded boats, they're taking everyone to the private island now that Royal Caribbean has the other side of the Liberty of the Seas. So apparently what's now happening is people are getting the boat from over here, and then they get dropped off back over where I showed you earlier. If you forget something like that guy did, you'd have to walk back through security to get back to where you were. Hey, I'm sure it works, but very, very last opportunity. Great view of the Disney Destiny. I was really apprehensive about this ship with the Marvel theming. Even the layout on this is not bothering me at the moment. I think that's probably one of the best credits I can give Disney, is that I'm not worried about the layout. I'm not missing the fantasy, not missing the dream, the wonder, or the magic. There is so much on this ship that is so positive. I'm going to go back inside now through security. I'm going to go back through the forward gangway. My intention is to show Dan some of the clips that I've kind of shown you guys, and then get her reaction to see if she has any thoughts on what I experienced. So once I'm back inside, we'll be sat back down with my darling wife, and we'll see you in a moment.
Whilst Paul is off the ship, I am sat in a porthole, and they are testing lifeboats, and it's fascinating. I'm going to move across a porthole so I can see if I can see inside. There you go, so they're sailing out. They check that they work. It's fascinating. And these are what hold it in place. You can see they've got a bunch of them out. There's two in the distance, and the one that we've just seen is just going out of view on the right.
Hello dear friends, I am now back upon the ship. I've shown Dan the clips.
Quite busy down there.
Lots of boats in compared to September.
Yeah, that is true. It is interesting, but well, it's not surprising that you didn't get approached. I do think that they target, probably not the nicest word, but
engage.
They do seek out couples or potentially groups of females.
I said families, so I said down there, it's not a clip I haven't shown you, but I said down there that if you've got kids and you went, oh, do you want to go and see a bear or something, the kids are going to be on at the parents about seeing the bear, aren't they? So, interesting. I think if it was me on my own and we weren't together and I was just doing a Disney cruise, I'd have no hesitation of getting off at Nassau. But I think couple, a family, I definitely think as well, if you're neurodivergent, that level of busyness down in the port, it's not the one. But what were you doing whilst
Oh, I think we're going to get to see part of what I was doing.
so yeah, do you want to tell people what you were doing while I was wandering around Nassau not being talked to?
I took some pictures over there.
Okay.
But I've been sat in this porthole. A combination
porthole.
A combination of reading my book, but also they've been doing lifeboat demonstrations.
It was a Disney one. I did get out there and I saw one floating, and I thought, I hope that's a Disney one. So
yeah.
I said it was a Disney one, and I like to try and pretend I know what I'm talking about.
If you look out the window now, I believe they might be reattaching.
There's one down there.
Yeah, so we'll turn you around and you can see. Also, how blue does the sea look in the camera? Yeah. I don't know if that's the lifeboat that they'll be reattaching. This has only just started swinging, so I assume someone higher up is doing something to it.
Swing from the destiny.
But also, do you see the hidden Mickey? Do you see the hidden Mickey on it?
Where?
On the very bottom by the yellow bit.
Where? Is there a hidden Mickey?
Yeah, so on the one that's not swinging.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, I thought they were going to be reattaching, but they're not.
Just very quickly, and while we are horrendously backlit on deck 3, breakfast this morning. What? Are you trying to clean the window?
Yeah. It's like that game on the PlayStation, what was it, PlayStation Play or something? You had to wash the windows.
Breakfast. It was okay. I mean, I'm now definitely more of a preference towards the sit-down breakfast. I think if you've got the time, a sit-down breakfast is where it's at. I think. Yeah, I think we will return to that tomorrow. If you're on the go, Marceline Market is convenient. I think that's probably the best way to describe it, because we want to get off the island, get onto the island, get off the ship early-ish tomorrow. I feel like Marceline is probably easier.
Yeah.
And then last day at sea, we'll be back having a sit-down without a shadow of a doubt. Hard to believe we've only got today and then 2 more full days.
Don't say it. Don't say that.
I've kind of said it. It's on...
No, we don't say that. Nothing happened. Nothing to see here. But also, I have just noticed on the kids' club, by the fact that the charges went down the side. There's a Ralph.
Oh,
So I might go walk down and take a trip.
it could be worse, Dan. I know we've only got a few days left on this, but 6 weeks' time we'll be on another Disney cruise ship.
True, and we've got another trip before that.
Oh yeah, Amsterdam. Yeah.
Because we don't like our home, clearly.
So it's currently 11:35 back on the Disney Destiny, and as you can see, with Marceline Market not yet back open, the pool deck is becoming busy with people wanting food.
I mean, I just had an ice cream. Yeah. Because it's there.
Yeah, and that is the thing.
It's cold, it's making me cough.
But as you can see, the hot dog and hamburger stand is busy. The smokestack is beginning to get busy. We're not going to go around the other side. You can kind of get the general gist. We're off to take some photos of you, my pretty woman.
Pretty woman.
And then we're going to go meet our friends for some music trivia. But
Food trivia.
food trivia, God. Hopefully I don't get that wrong when we start answering questions. Right, off we go. Overall, what I will say, I had many apprehensions about this ship before we got on it. Eating some humble pie right now.
I have the same feelings as I did about the treasure. I love
Go on.
the theming, but I still hate the layout.
Yeah, I think...
I love the theming.
Yeah. I think the big difference is I jump back on the Destiny tomorrow.
Oh, we are. Don't push me downstairs.
My wife, everyone. The comedian in the house. One place I've not yet visited, and I have brought stuff to go here, is the gym on this ship. Now, there are people in this, I'm not going to venture all the way in there, but we did take a look in there yesterday. It looks very good, doesn't it?
What?
The gym.
Yeah, I mean, a gym's a gym, but yeah. It's very state of the art.
Yeah, there's a lot of modern equipment in there. And then this is on deck 5, so spa one side, fitness the other. And then just to the right, Triton Lounge, where we're going to be doing the music trivia in an hour.
Disney food trivia. Jesus, man.
You ever wanted a concept or an idea as to how many people do not get off at Nassau? Look how busy the atrium is. They are setting up something down there, so we may go and try and find out what that is even. But yeah, we've just bumped into Cruise Director Sophie Ann, or Assistant Cruise Director Sophie Ann. Are you?
Spectrum Magic.
If you do want to follow some of the cruise directors, Sophie Ann is Soph on a boat.
Love this piece of music.
I'll just carry on with what I was talking about. Because we are in port, the shop is shut. Do you want to check if the shop is open?
Good God.
So this next segment I want to title Things We've Seen Since We've Been in Florida. We haven't mentioned this before now, but the day we landed, we jumped in the car and we were following a white Ford Fiesta. And out of the passenger side, some guy just waved a prosthetic leg.
Oh, little doodle. You know what? The prosthetic leg though was hilarious.
He just waved it out the window. Anyway, so there is also the Haunted Mansion sort of ghouls and ghosts thing.
He'll jet tonight.
We're doing that tonight, apparently.
Tonight is our late walk around the ship, take pictures night.
Apparently so.
Because obviously we've done Lookout. We did agree this yesterday.
Did we?
Yeah, because we have a very nicely combined schedule of things we want to do this evening.
Right.
From like the show to dinner to an adult show to something else to seeing this at 11 to see if it's a different character and then a late walk around the ship. It's like you weren't involved in our conversation yesterday.
I mean, to be fair, this is also the same lady who walked off with our friends, leaving me and our other friend Paul just stood in the Christmas shop at Disney Springs.
That's your own fault.
And then text us going, "Where are you?" Apparently they'd used it as a cut through. Right, we'll go off for a wander. Bye! And whilst we were here on day 1 on embarkation to grab ourselves some sit-down lunch, we are here tonight at the Pridelands for dinner. We have been told by our server tonight that it is going to be very, very loud in here. To the point where you're bringing your loops, aren't you? Mm. So we'll give you kind of a bit of a... Yeah, I don't know, we're table 402, so we're kind of hoping we're further back and out of the way. But this is the stage, and if you think back to our videos from the treasure, the stage kind of almost stemmed further than this, because I seem to recall we were on that table of 4 just there.
Yeah.
and then the stage went all the way back to where you can see the blue elephant and the green, I think it's zebra back there. But the stage went all the way out to where those are.
It's a lot. Yeah, this is a smaller, but this is more themed. It's a themed stage. Like, it looks like drums.
Yes, yes. What I would say, even when we were in here on embarkation day, and there was no show, it was loud.
It's a large restaurant.
It is.
And all of the serving stations where they put stuff are open.
Yes.
Whereas on some of the other restaurants, they are a bit more enclosed, so it does get a bit louder. But
Yeah.
you expect that. I don't expect to come in here and it be silent.
No, I think one of the criticisms, one of the criticisms we had on the Treasure was that this was an exceptionally loud restaurant, but also the show was very, very heavy on sensory overload. Even for me, Danielle, you were really struggling, weren't you, on the Treasure?
Yeah, I don't think I could actually tell you anything about it.
No.
I was just...
Yeah, the blinds of the windows are brilliant, and not sure. We have asked permission, by the way, to come in here and just walk around, and they've said it's fine. That out there is actually the exit out to Nassau, so that's where we go back out to the Atlantic on our way to Lookout Point tomorrow. But look, there is tonight's menu. We're quite happy to share that already. We pretty much know. And to be honest, if you want to know what the menus are, you can find them on the apps anyway. So it's not like we're not showing anything we don't already know.
Like that this is, so they've got a window in front of the actual window.
Yes.
And they've got lights that make it look like sunset.
Yes, that's very good. Our intention tonight, having learnt from the Treasure, is that we're probably going to do the same as what we've done so far. Is we're going to take pictures of the food. We might film a little bit of the show on our phone, but because it is going to be so loud, so sensory overload for you, and I'm a little bit. I noticed our friend's daughter when we were in Haunted Mansion yesterday.
Yeah.
The sounds in there were...
I think if I didn't love the Haunted Mansion as much as I did,
yeah,
I would struggle. I know I struggled as a kid with the Haunted Mansion.
Oh yeah, so the lights are actually moving like fire. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
That's cool. One thing I have noticed... One thing I have noticed on this ship, the chairs. They're so heavy.
They're very good quality chairs.
The ones in Cask and Cannon yesterday.
I'm not going to knock them. They've not scrimped out. I think they're
Although-
heavy, so they don't fall over in bad weather.
Let's show the image of the table numbers, where I think they've spent more on
We'll have one later.
They've spent more on the chairs than they have on the table numbers.
Although, one of our table numbers was normal, and the other had a sticker, so I wonder if they're just missing a table number.
Possibly.
We'll find out tonight.
But yeah, this is a beautifully themed restaurant. To be honest, Coco was a beautifully themed restaurant.
This is nicer.
I prefer this, but again, even looking over there, can you see on the windows at the back? So the red window on the back there has got a giraffe and what looks like
It's a pelican. I think.
is a pelican, and then over on the next one over there is a cheetah, and then at the back it's a gazelle, I'm guessing.
And on this one it's got Timon and Pumbaa.
Oh, it has. Oh, this is cool. If you are unaware of this, it is a good tip to know that if you go to a restaurant and there is something you don't like, it is not the end of the world. You can have something off the kids' menu. You can ask for something from another restaurant. So if you really loved, and I'm just going to show here, is that Simba?
Simba.
Yeah, Simba. If you loved something in 1923 and you want that brought here to you, if you want the filet mignon, they will bring it to you here. It might take another 5-10 minutes, but they will do it.
I've done it before.
We did it on Fancy, didn't we, with Chris and Becca? So you know.
And Enchanted Garden, because I don't really like Enchanted Garden that much. But we were missing animators, so I asked for my favourite dessert, which is from animators, and she brought me 2 instead.
Yeah. We're moving on. It's the food trivia. So I better say it right the third time before
Take a picture of me in a window.
Well, that's what I'm doing now. Apparently, is taking a picture of my wife in a window. Right next here to the Disney Studio sign as you make your way to Saga is Dr. Facilier's parlour. This is a very limited experience.
So 4 people.
Yeah, we're not going to be able to do it on this trip, I don't think, but we are finding more and more niche things or little things that we just keep going, that's nice about this ship. Oh yes, my wife hides ducks, by the way, if you wondered what that was. So here we are, Triton Lounge. This is where we are for the food trivia. I'd imagine they'll play some music as well. So Wonderland Cinema, and then the other side is the Neverland Cinema. Very similar to what they had on the Treasure. Currently in the other cinema they are showing Fantastic Four. Very nicely themed. And in here at the moment they're showing Freakier Friday. Very interesting, fantastic 4 first steps. It's being shown in the other cinema. Very, very busy. Lots of people taking advantage of watching the film.
They've also got the new Avatar on here, and I don't want to pay to see it in the cinema. So it's like a good opportunity if you do want to watch them. Oh, look at that Marvel art in front. Is that Loki?
Oh, it might be, yeah.
Sorry, I'm distracted.
The other thing as well, when we're on the Wonder in December,
yes,
Doom is out.
And we'll be that is an embarkation day watch.
Have made our way into Triton Lounge, where currently people are learning to draw Ursula. Well, we went to Marceline Market, and we'll be honest with you, it's exactly the same as yesterday. So we come outside to get pizza.
I might go look at the tacos.
Yeah, I did say I might fancy a taco. By the way, if anybody's left their shoes under the table behind us, you might want to come back and pick them up. You might. Is that hot, Dan? Is that hot? Yes. I've gone for a taco, despite our American friends telling us it's called taco. Taco. There we go. Thanks, guys. Yes, I've gone for a taco. I'm going to put a picture in here of the cardboard tacos that our friend Andrea has for the gluten-free. They actually don't look too bad. How are they? Are they nice? Yeah, excellent. Dan's gone to bloody teacher's pet. She has got an apple. Who are you? What have you done with my wife?
Look how good that looks.
So we just had a little bit of lunch up on the top deck, but if you're ever wondering which way is forward on the Destiny, as you can see, I'm walking to the forward and the Mickey head is the right way up. So which takes you all the way to the forward elevators. Obviously if you want to go aft, that's all the way back. So just in the distance, and I'm very aware that it might not be completely visible, that is the new Royal Caribbean private area of Nassau. I'm just going to try and... Oh, I've just been dripped on, which is sensational. Now, speaking to the guy who was saying about the Royal Caribbean over there, the one that we're on in July, he was saying that what the shuttle buses or the shuttles are doing is they are basically taking them from just to the side of the ship, and they're going back round past, taking them to the private island, which is right behind the other side of the MSC. But then what they're actually doing is they're then kind of bringing them back out from... If I can see, there we go. It will then bring them back out from there, round to the other end of the pier. So it's definitely a one-way system. I'm guessing it's more efficient. In an ideal world at some stage, we would like to do a Royal Caribbean and a Virgin and a couple of other different cruise lines out of America. Whether we end up getting one that comes to Nassau, that might not be for a few years, but we would love to do Icon, Star, those two. I know Danielle's desperate to do, so we'll just have to see what happens when it comes to the time of doing those ships. So Worlds of Marvel is actually one of the character meet locations as well. Very interestingly, it's got the green lights lit up all around it, which it didn't have for dinner last night. But the likes of Loki is one of the characters you can meet in there, as well as a few others. Again, check the Disney Cruise Line app to find out what's there. So we do know that one of the MSCs has now left, which leaves us with the Carnival, and just over on the corner there, the Royal Caribbean. As you can see in the distance is the Atlantis, as Danielle has told you many times before. It's one of the films that she watched as a kid. However, just over the top of the Carnival, it may possibly be that once the Carnival has left, we may be able to see the private island, but we will be on the walking tour of Imagineering for the Disney Destiny at that point. So will be interesting if we can see anything after the show. I say after the show, after the tour, because if we can see anything, we'll come back up on top and show you. But been a very, very overcast day. Very overcast. It's been a nice afternoon, hasn't it?
Some hours later.
We've had a bit of fun with our friends. We went to the Sanctum. We had lunch up on deck. Somebody was very, very, very unwell.
Yeah.
In port.
Wasn't any of us, just to clarify.
No. Yeah, hope they're okay.
So I'm now obsessively washing my hands.
Yeah. We are now going to go and do the Imagineering the Ship tour. We don't know if we're going to be able to film much of this because it's all like the in-ear headsets, but one of our friends, Nigel from Adventures with the Reeds, did ask if they were doing it on this ship, knowing that they have been doing it on a couple of the other ships. So the answer is yes, you need to book onto it.
It's free.
It is free. It is 18 plus, apparently. I think if you're into the cruises like we are and you want to know about the ships, it is nice that there are some adult-only things. If we can film bits, we will. If we'll tell you bits we can do, We are with our friends on this as well. They're doing it at the same time. So it may just be that we film little bits on the phone or this, and then discuss more afterwards, which may be easier. People probably know that this is actually referred to as the Grand Hall, not the atrium, because of the Destiny. We have finished our tour, but as you can see, the last Royal Caribbean ship leaving. But that is the Royal Caribbean private area. Once we are done grabbing ourselves a drink and grabbing some air, we will talk a little bit more about that Imagineering the ship tour and how phenomenal that really was. But yeah, there we are. The Royal Caribbean private area at Nassau. That's how you know when a Disney cruise ship is leaving, because it will play the most awesome whistles on the whole of the seas. We are making our way out of Nassau now, following behind the Liberty of the Seas. Oh, and there's the MSC. There's the MSC on the other side waving us goodbye with its... I mean, it's an attempt at a horn, let's call it that. Is that an attempt at a horn, or I don't know. Anyway, we are in the sanctum for Marvel trivia.
Not music trivia.
Not music trivia. That tour, no notes.
Really good.
If you're on a Wish, Treasure, or Destiny sailing, and you want to know all the details about the cruise ship, do it. It was well worth the time.
You can also do them on the old ship, but they're different. They're called the Art of the Theme Show tour.
Yeah.
But you don't have to book. You can just turn up.
Yeah.
We've never done it, and I think we probably will now.
Yeah, I think when we get a chance to go on the Treasure, when we get a chance to go back on the Wish, we will be doing that.
Back on the Treasure.
Yeah, it was well time well spent. Interestingly, you may remember on Embarkation Day when we were at the front and the back, and I said, oh, it looks like there's a lot more villains than there is heroes, and they've explained to us, and this is a correctional note, the back of the ship is the heroes, the front of the ship is the villains, and all of the carpets and the wallpaper and all the theming across all the Wish class ships reflects the changes of that. So I've learned something today. And to be honest, even they were talking about even the cafes like Megara's Cafe, Merida's Cafe.
Merida's Cafe bar is shaped like her bow.
Yeah. So I put a little few clips in with some music, but once we got into it and
we had two good crews.
Yeah, we had Oliver and Darrell. They were both. Darrell's been doing this for 14 years apparently. Not Daryl. It's Darrell, but he's been doing this for 14 years. It shows. He was flawless, absolutely flawless. And again, it goes back to what I was saying yesterday. I think the biggest credit I can give the Destiny doesn't feel like a new ship. It feels like it's a seasoned ship, even though it is new. The cast are all absolutely top draw, and even though the ships have been losing cast left, right and centre to the Adventure, we will see how the Adventure cast are, especially on the maiden voyage. But it will be interesting to see when we end up doing the Wonder in Alaska, when we do the Dream in September for the Norwegian fjords, and then when we're back on the Wonder in December. It will be fascinating to see if the cast quality has suffered, given how many people those ships have lost.
I don't think it will.
I don't think it will either.
We've not had issues with the crew on the Disney ships ever.
No.
Whether they're brand new, like Mark was on the Magic.
Yeah. So we're now waiting to do the Marble trivia. So we're sat in the Sanctum. Really enjoyed the drinks here yesterday.
You're going to get another one?
I don't know if I'm going to get another one today. I might wait till day and see. But yeah, really, really good. So after that, we are going to Pridelands for dinner.
Well, I need to go and get my ears.
Yes.
No, before that, we've got Cruella's fashion show.
Oh, 7:30, yeah.
We've got today is a very, very good day for entertainment in
Yes.
the evening. There's a lot on that we're going to try and do.
Yes.
And it all works very nicely with our dinner time.
And then the next vlog tomorrow, or as you'll see it next week, will be our day in Lighthouse Point. So we're going to get on the island for a little bit.
In the morning.
In the morning, we're going to go and have a look around, see what's changed. I would like to swim in the ocean, seeing as I've never had a chance to swim in the ocean. That's a whole different conversation for another day. We have made our way to the atrium after another tie-break loss in the quizzes. We have an awful record on tie-breaks, 19 out of 20, and somehow the guy who won it was the only person who didn't go over on the tiebreaker question. But it is funny what you now remember for future things. But we are here for the Cruella de Vil fashion show. We've staked out a spot on the 4th deck, straight opposite guest services and straight in front of the, well, I was going to say platform, but the stage. So we will show you that as much as we can and as much as we think's worth it. So as you can see, it's getting very, very busy already. We've managed to get a spot here. Mickey is currently taking photos around the corner from us. So we have been moved across to a more central position, but there you can see the runway for where people are going to be going through, and then the main stage.
Fabulous fans of fashion! I'm Sam.
And I'm Carnival.
And today we will be unveiling 3 new collections from this season's hottest up-and-coming designers, and they will be presenting their creations on this very runway just for you. And our very special hostess of honor, notoriously notable fashion luminary who has just arrived, fashionably late. You know her name. Let's shout it out with flair in 3, 2, 1. Cruella de how our show will work today. Today we have 3 new fashion collections. We have heroically inspired. We have vibrant and vilified. And of course, Cruella Couture. Now, designers, when we call your category, you will line up here. Then you will walk to about here at the end of our stanchion so you don't walk out of the lines. Then you'll pose, turn around, and leave. When you're on the runway, you can glide, you can shine, or you can look for a friend like Darrell. Look for a friend, look for a friend. Are they there? Are they there? Don't see them, and they're out. Presenting the heroically inspired collection. Celebrate your success with the group photo right here in front of the stairs. Paparazzis and photographers, get your cameras ready.
Vilified. I must see them immediately, maestro.
Presenting the Vibrant and Vilified Collection. Presenting the Cruella Couture Collection. Now celebrate your success right here in front of the stairs for a group photo.
So we're done with de Vils.
I loved it. It was
So
cute.
good, so good. We've come up to the ship. I'm trying to think of the word. Yaft, that's what it was. Adults only area. We're just having a quick look around because it's the first time it's quiet.
And it's going to have to be quick because we've been told to get to dinner early.
Yeah,
which
so
is now.
but it is interesting. Like it's no different to the other ships, which you probably expect anyway.
Exactly the same.
So anyway, back down to Pridelands. Again, you're going to see clips, and then you'll hear from us after dinner. We are back from dinner. We are back from John Armstrong's magic show. We have a towel animal. We're trying to figure out. I wonder if it's. I think you saying it's a dog doing a stretch. I wonder if it looks like an aardvark face.
No, because it's always a whole. At first I said sturdy. At first I said snail, and that this was his shell, and that it's because it's quite thick and dense.
Let's start with the good stuff first. So Pridelands.
I had a much better experience with my ears in than Coco. Like I actually felt like I enjoyed myself.
I will say let's start with the food first because I think the food is kind of why most people would go to these restaurants. I am really impressed with the flexibility of what I asked for on the menu because effectively I had two dishes combined into one because I really wanted the lamb shank but I did not like any of the stuff that came with it, and so when I asked Marcelo, our server, could I have the lamb as it was with the tenderloin side, he went, yep, we can do that, it's not a problem.
They are so good. Like we had one of Emily's friends come for dinner with us today because her mum went to Paolo and she just wanted what we would call buttered pasta.
Well, fusilli, yeah.
Yeah, they call it buttered noodles, but they were like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, no issue at all.
And they keep, I've noticed, between you, Andrea, and Emily, you guys love some cherries. So they just keep bringing us bowls of cherries.
The food was really good. The dessert, I will
Mine was
say,
really nice.
The orange dessert I had was stunningly good. It was so good.
I wish.
No, this is the destiny.
It's not the dream. I wish they had a chicken-based curry. Because the curry, someone next to us had it and it smelled so good, but it's prawns. Or shrimp, sorry,
Yeah.
shrimp.
The show, let's talk about the show because it is the best show. One of my favourite moments was where they did The Lion Sleeps Tonight, and the urge to sing that song is only ever a whim away.
Oh. But they like encourage everyone to sing along. And they did the napkin thing, but I've used mine at that point.
I'm also going to put in the budget production of The Lion King that our friends did.
And I did. I
yeah,
contributed.
you did as well. Yeah, so this is over the top of us talking. It's the budget production of The Lion King. Look, we're really lucky. We've got some great friends that we cruise with. We're very lucky that they know people. We are very, very lucky that by association we also get treated exceptionally well. But I will say, the times that we have not been with them, we are also treated as exceptionally well as when we are with them. And I think that is the mark of one of the reasons why somebody like Darrell, and it is people like Marcelo, that make the cruise lines so worth coming back to, because they are the classic Disney staff that the parks currently miss, in our view. We know that other people feel very differently, and that is absolutely fine. Now, we're also very fortunate that our friends know the magician on this ship. We had a nice conversation with him. We told him we were sensationally impressed with the family-friendly show. It genuinely left me with mouth open moments. And tonight, his show was once again absolutely top tier. It was
I don't know
phenomenal.
how he does.
I don't know how he does it, because we had a side on view. So if there's anything sleight of hand from the side, we were in a good position to see it.
I didn't see anything.
Yeah.
But he's also very good with the, like, it's not just here's a trick.
No.
He is very funny.
Yeah, he's
Very funny.
Good. Very good. And I think that's what probably makes what we're about to say really tough to comprehend. He was right at the end of his act, and his act had been building to this and building to this. And like most good people on a show, if you think about, for argument's sake, and I'm going to just pick a movie franchise, the Marvel franchise, where there is a build and a build and a build, and you've got all the cutscenes at the end, and you've got the build, and then there's a huge payoff in Endgame. John's shows are somewhat like that, where they kind of have a build, and there's a little trick, and there's this trick, and then all of a sudden at the end he goes, well, you know I asked you to do this, and you know I asked you to do that, but here's this. And I guess the problem with doing an adults only show is people have had a drink by some point, and look, nothing against people having a drink. It's their vacation, their holiday, whatever you want to call it. Everybody's entitled to relax how they see fit, but don't ruin it for other people when you sit there at the end of the show when the magician, whether it's John or
Literally
anybody,
anyone, any show,
anyone,
anything.
where they go, we haven't spoken before the show, have we? And this person genuinely goes, no. You know, you had no idea I was going to ask you to pick a card. No. You've not seen me around the ship. No. We haven't engaged since embarkation. No. And somebody then shouts out, staged. And he I give him his due without even bashing an eyelid. He went, you think this is staged? Okay, let's repeat this for you. Have you and I spoke? And he just repeated it flawlessly.
I feel for him because it was such, like, I have no notes.
He was brilliant.
Just absolutely incredible. He is one of those that if he's on a cruise that we're doing, I don't care how many times I see the same show, I will always go. There is a way he does it. There is something somewhere.
Magic.
Whether it's subliminal messaging, like there are so many different ways. Obviously, you know that. But
what was interesting, and I will say this is how fascinating I found it. The guy's original card that he first picked before he changed his mind was the card I had in mind.
Interesting.
And then he changed his card. It's been a great day, and I'm keen not to let some idiot, and that is the plot, is not let some idiot detract from what's been a great day, because, you know, my experiment in Nassau today shows that there is an occasion where you will not be targeted by the locals. It may just it may just have been that we were unfortunate back in September. I don't think we were, because
I've heard a lot.
Yeah, you know, a nice afternoon, just chat with their friends. Again, I reiterate, the person who was really unwell, I hope they're feeling fine, because that was not pretty. And then,
but also, just a heads up, if any of you ever get unwell, feel unwell, don't feel right,
please go to the medical
centre.
centre.
Please go to medical. Don't wait until you're sat eating lunch with everyone else eating lunch and then it comes out. Please use the facilities that are available. Go and speak to the medical team. They are phenomenal and they're there for a reason.
Yeah. We then did a couple of trivias. Look, our record on tiebreakers is shocking. The less we say about that, the better.
Marvel trivia again as well. We watched the fashion show.
Yeah, the DeVille's, the
Corella's
DeVille's
fashion show. Yeah, DeVille's is the name of the bar that we've not yet been in.
Yeah, we did do that. We watched the Horn Battle, or the attempt from the MSC. We saw more rust on boats than I think I'd ever care to experience on the Carnival ships. And yeah, we've had a great day. So tomorrow is Lookout Key. We're very lucky. We've been to Lookout Key twice already. The last time was September. We don't think a lot's going to have changed. We're going to head over to the island just to see. The weather
Unless
is.
we get there and it's absolutely
I mean, the
hammering
weather
down.
is meant to be fine in the morning, and then it's meant to be a bit grim in the afternoon. So, look, we're going to go and have a look. We're going to see what it's like and go from there. But for now, that is it at the end of this vlog. Thank you very much for watching. It's massively appreciated. If you want to know anything about anything we get up to, or you got any questions, you don't want to put it in the comments, or you want to ask Danielle about booking one of these holidays, because
Or joining yourself.
yeah, there are some deals out at the minute. There are some deals out,
Disney announced a very good deal today.
which we will advertise more by the time we get back. But I'd
I've
imagine,
already posted it.
yeah. So look, please, I can't stress highly enough what Danielle does for us. I've never known anything like it. It makes my life so much easier. Feel free to get in touch, and if you want to know how we cruise so often, how we holiday so often, and how we don't actually spend that much in doing it, speak to Danielle.
Basically, talk to me and don't talk to him.
In that case, we'll see you next week. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Bye-bye.
I'll be dreaming about this.